Penni Shelton, and this is the very first episode of Intuitive Tuesdays. I want to welcome you to my YouTube channel. I am delighted that you have found me. If you're new, I would love it if you would subscribe and hit the little bell. There's a little bell, whichever side, and that will give you alerts when I post a new video. My background has been in healthy, clean eating. More and more, I have been feeling led to share some of my spiritual practice with you all. Welcome to the very first episode of Intuitive Tuesdays. In the mornings, when I wake up, I do my own spiritual practice, meditation, journaling, prayer. It also involves card readings. And so I'm going to do with you today, just like I do by myself, these cards, I view them like tools, and they help me get greater insight into how I can more powerfully show up in the world and live my best life. The deck that I'm going to start with is Sacred Destiny, and it's a card deck by Denise Lynn. She's a Native American. I had the wonderful opportunity to get to study underneath her at a Hay House convention in Fort Lauderdale, Florida. It's been 5 years ago, almost exactly to the month. I got to listen to her, I got to meditate with her, and she's a great shaman, light worker. I love this deck. Now, I have shuffled these cards quite a bit before I came on camera, but you can hear that I'm shuffling them. I draw a card from the bottom of the deck, from the middle of the deck, and from the top of the deck. Bottom of the deck is what I consider to be what's been happening in the most immediate past, maybe that's been going on unconsciously. So the card that I chose is the card of release. It's beautiful, perfect for this time of year. Now let's go to the middle of the deck. This card's going to represent what's going on right now. Freedom. I like the sound of that. We're gonna go to the top of the deck, and that's where we're headed. That's what we need to know today and moving forward. Lovely. Solitude. Let's take a look at what's been going on underneath the surface, maybe in your unconscious, or something that you are aware of that's been happening. I know there's been a lot of release that's been happening in 2020. It's autumn light. The cooler days and the change of color in the leaves mark the seasonal change from summer to autumn. How perfect. The bracing wind wildly flings the red, orange, and yellow leaves from the trees as they spiral to the dampened, dark earth. Lingering sunshine filters through the canopy of vividly colored leaves, creating an autumnal glow. In the great cycle of life, fall is the time of letting go. Just as spring is the time of new birth and summer the time of expansion and growth, fall is the time for harvest. It is the time to begin the inward journey into the restoring and the renewing season of winter. When you receive this card, it's time to let go and surrender. Let go of situations, people, and objects that no longer serve you. Let go of the old, outmoded, self-limiting beliefs that may have dragged you down. This is a time of stripping away superficial distractions until you reach who you are at your core. If you are holding on to the old, it is difficult for anything new to come into your life. Begin to clear your home and living environments of clutter. If you don't love it, you don't use it, it's probably time to get rid of it. Clear it out of your space. It's time for a detox. To get ready for the new, you must release the old. I know that certainly has been happening in my life throughout the year of 2020. I don't know if you have had this. It's not just been in the unconscious, but it definitely has been happening. And I'm prayerful that if there's anything else that maybe has been in the unconscious that you or I aren't fully aware of, that it will make itself known so that we're able to release it. I love that card as our beginning card. Now, let's move on where we are right now. Freedom. Something that feels a little limited right now. to be perfectly honest, in the state of the world, but I have a feeling this is about inner freedom. Let's look at it again. Cliff swallow. The swallow flies free on the wind currents and thermals in remarkable aerial maneuvers, igniting the expression as free as a bird. In many cultures, such as that of the ancient Egyptians, the swallow was thought to carry souls to heaven. Early sailors would tattoo themselves with the image of a swallow, so if they drowned, the swallow would carry their souls onto the heavens. In poor light, a cliff swallow looks brownish gray. However, in good lighting, it is a luminous metallic dark blue. Cliff swallows traditionally make their nests on vertical cliffs, carefully crafting them out of mud. Although they can nest solitarily, they usually nest in colonies. When one finds a cloud of insects, it alerts the other members of the flock so that they can all be nourished. Even though they fly free, their community supports them. What this card would like for you to know today. Express yourself without hesitation. Break free and let your spirit fly. Make choices that increase your freedom. Don't be tied down. Laugh, dance, explore. Go beyond your predictable behavior. Be daring. Cast aside restrictions. Find your wings. And as you do, you'll help others find theirs. You are not here to be ordinary or to live a mundane life. You are here to step beyond limitations and self-imposed boundaries. Do not be trapped by convention or the need to please others. Choose life on your own terms. Don't accept rules that don't feel right to you. You can be immensely free and yet still be a part of a loving, supportive community. I'll just speak for myself. That's exactly where I am today on this very first official Intuitive Tuesday. It's me breaking free of any imposed or self-imposed idea around what should my content be on YouTube? What should I really be doing? What I really should be doing is walking forward in freedom, following my heart, which our heart is where our higher mind lives. So we have this mind that we are constantly thinking with every day, every night. But the true voice, the inner voice, the higher voice comes from the place of the heart. And so as I move forward doing these card readings, it's me listening to my heart, not to anyone else's ideas of what they think my content should be. So it's pretty powerful. Let's move forward. What we need to know about moving forward. This is the card of solitude. It's interesting. It wouldn't be one that I would have expected, but there's a message here for us, no doubt. Solitude, sacred island. Islands are bodies of land surrounded by water. They can be an atoll or a river basin. However, the ocean surrounds most islands. They can be massive with their own unique, verdant ecosystems, or they can be small and barren. The terrain can be flat or mountainous. They can be a detachment from the mainland through erosion, or they can arise from the sea through volcanic activity. The thing that is universal in all islands is their isolation. And many cultures assign mystical, symbolic meaning to particular islands. They are thought to be the resting places of gods and thus are used for sacred purposes. Spend some time alone. In your life, this means to take your own counsel, rather than relying on the opinions and the dictates of others. Break away from the crowd. Be on your own. This card also speaks of self-resourcefulness, self-reliance, and tenacious individuality. If you're working on a project, trust your instincts and follow your own lead. Your creativity is at a peak, so let it flow. If you're in a relationship that's disempowering, this card suggests that it's time to step away. Take time to reassess your life. In solitude, you will thrive. This card also suggests safe haven, a sacred womb for incubation and self-transformation. How do you feel about those cards today? Did any of that resonate with you? It sure did with me. This is the point in the video where I will wrap up the free portion of the video. That's what I'll do every Tuesday moving forward, is create a video with the 3-card spread to begin with. I'm sure I'll expand these readings over time. If this message resonated with you, there's an extended part of this video that you can purchase. I'll put the link in the information box underneath this video. If you're already a member of my Inner Circle community, or if you're part of my current wellness program, Autumn Enchantment, you get this extended for free. For those of you who would like to continue on with me and you're not part of either one of those, you can click on the link and have access to it, because this message continues and I believe that there's some deeper insight for you there. Thanks so much for watching. Again, please subscribe to my channel and I look forward to being back again with you soon.